Hey, I understand you came through with flying colors on that last case. Can't guarantee you anything so flashy, but we do have a victim. Assault and battery, en route to the hospital.
Oh. Well, okay. What is up, you guys? This is the Wire Rabbit, and welcome back to C.S.I. Hard Evidence. Location. Crime scene. Let's do this, I guess. To suburbia? Are these cases gonna be connected? I hope not. That first one, whew, that was a doozy. Especially to edit with the lovely language. Okay, drop of blood at the door.
Scene's already been compromised.
How so?
Paramedics all over the place, but they had their job to do and we have ours.
Very true.
First officer says the building manager lists the tenants as an unmarried cohabitating couple, Shane and Connie. Reports no eyewitness, but neighbors heard loud arguing and then a scream. And maybe a gunshot.
A gunshot. Okay. Well, at least we don't need a warrant to look around. Yeah, I saw this already.
See the direction these drops are pointing?
I'm also looking at the
Follow
scenes.
the arrow. Blood drops heading out this door. Elongated shape suggests the person was moving quickly.
Indeed. Well, let's get some of this blood. Okay, there's at least one. Oh, a bullet round.
Damage done by the bullet appears to be recent.
Yes.
You want a different tool for that.
I do.
There's some sort of material on this bullet.
Well, yeah.
Maybe it passed through something?
Most indefinitely. Let's see. Anything here? No. Okay, can't look any further this way. Hi, how you doing? Hello, what's this? Okay. Thoroughness. Bug. Excuse me. I have a bug to collect.
Cool bug. If you catch it, I'm sure Grissom would love to see it.
I'm sure. Gotcha. Disturbing. Okay, got thoroughness points. Alright, let's go in here. Let's start... No, how do I... Yeah.
Who was looking for what here? Vic looking for a weapon? Perp after valuables?
Lord only knows.
Things got rough.
You don't say.
It's a lot of blood for the victim living through the attack. We need to check this sheet for trace evidence. Fibers from the perp's clothing. Lots of transfer during an attack.
Yeah, but I'm also curious about this. We got a cell phone.
This may provide Shane some company on that suspect list.
Yeah. Aha, blood. Can we
Thrown
also...
off the nightstand. Blood smearing indicates Vic slid off the bed.
Hang on. I want to look at my evidence. Want to make sure I got... I did not get everything from it. No? No? Oh, because I need to take it back to the lab. That's right.
Quantity of blood suggests an attack with a sharp object, consistent with a knife.
So, are we looking... Is our perp, like, injured or something? Ah.
You want a different tool for that.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that.
You want a different tool for that.
Do you? Is our perp gonna be injured? Because if so, that means they would be shot, which would make it a whole lot easier for us.
You want a different tool for
Why don't
that.
I just use gloves? Pick up the photo.
Here's the happy couple. If our Vic is Connie, we need to notify Shane. No need mentioning that stats put him automatically on top of the suspect list.
Well, hello?
Hey, it's Sarah calling.
What's up?
Brass said to tell you that Connie Roth, the Vic, has been taken to Schuyler Progressive Hospital. Side lab.
Schuyler Hospital, huh? That's my old alma mater, where Lindsay made her debut. We can head there now, or keep processing at the scene. Your call.
Well, I want to make sure I have everything first. Can't think of anything else I would actually need right now. I'm just trying to figure out the trajectory, because if the bullet was there, then they would have had to stand, like, right here. Did I pick up a sample of the blood on the floor? I know it's probably useless, but still. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm done with the crime scene. Never mind. You know what? Let's go to the lab first. Because if she's in the hospital, she's not really going anywhere. Especially not for a stab wound. Okay. Special search, evidence. Gonna look through this.
Just an hour before the assault, our Vic got a call from an Eve. Let's have Sarah take a crack at the names on this call history. Maybe we can turn a lead.
Yeah. Also Shane 4 hours prior. And a doctor. Photo of the couple. Analyze.
Connie's a cocktail waitress at the Hot Rock Hotel Casino. Shane's employed there as well as a casino host.
Probation.
He's on probation at the casino, though it's not stated why. He does have one DUI, but no other criminal record.
Okay, this music, while good, is a bit loud. Give me a second. Audio. Music. Okay. Or would that be classified as... No. We'll put you there. Okay. Alright, now let's take a closer look at these fibers. C.S.I. samples. There's an A. No. Ooh.
This is fine-grade wool, often used to make clothing. Like men's suit?
A suit, you say? Okay. Pull it from the wall. Okay. Let's see if we have any... No samples. Okay. Now how does C.S.I. not have any samples of bullets? Material from bullet. Alright, let's see if we can get a match on the fight. No samples. Curious. Oh, hang on. Nope. No. Okay. Right, the blood. You know what? Let's see if these match from the bed. They do not. But they match the phone.
It matches, but you are matching an unknown against an unknown, so we don't know anything. Always try to match to known samples.
Hey, it's a match. Leave me alone. Okay, C.S.I. samples. Okay, that's a match.
You don't have a match here. Take a
Oh,
good
no, the
hard
spacing.
look and be sure you've got a perfect match before you ask me to confirm it.
It looks good. B, no. C, no. Okay, blood from phone. A, no. B, no. No. Just once. Couldn't this be super easy? And we got nothing there. Alright. Let's go to the hospital first. See if we can get anything out of our victim. You know, see if we can get any leads at all. Ugh. Hello. Were you shot or stabbed?
Nurse says our Vic is in critical condition, but likely will stabilize. Kit was run, and no sexual activity is indicated. Not tonight, anyway. Seems Connie is pregnant.
Oh.
We don't have permission for this. Yet.
Excuse me. Alright. Can I look at the chart?
Interesting note on her chart. 2 years ago, she was a bone marrow donor for a young child in Spain. HLA tissue matches are rare among Caucasians. The world needs more good donors.
What does that have to do with anything? Okay, Miss Connie.
Wounds are consistent with a knife attack. More than a few landed right to the chest.
Okay, what am I supposed to do? Because if she's not awake, then what's the point of us being here? Okay. Hello? Oh, that's a bug. Are you serious? Miss Connie, I need you to wake up. Nothing. Alright. Well, we got a visa. Vacation. Let's go to the casino. Because, you know, maybe this guy doesn't know yet. You know, I'm suspending my disbelief that he doesn't know anything so far. Just to kind of see if we can get any sort of, I don't know.
This area is set aside for high rollers, not really designed to be CSI friendly. And casinos are very fussy about allowing searches without a warrant.
Of course they are.
For now, it's meet and greet time with our top suspect. Excuse me, are you Shane?
That's right.
How do you
Aren't
do?
you Catherine Willows with the crime lab?
That's right. My partner and I need a few moments of your time. Mind if we start with a question or two?
Well, good. What's your relationship with Connie Roth?
Well, it's serious. Committed. We live together, and I guess you could say we're engaged. She's a waitress here, but it's not against casino policy. Listen, what's this about?
When did you see her last? When did you last see her?
Around 8:45 at the apartment, leaving for work. I'm not liking the sound of this. Is Connie all right? What the hell is wrong, Miss Willows?
8:45 was
Shane,
when
Connie
she...
is in critical condition at
called
Skylar
911.
Progressive. Multiple stab wounds.
I need to see her. I need to see her now. You should have told me immediately. Someone should have called. You'll have to excuse me.
We'll give you a lift. Hospital's our next stop.
8:45 was when 911 was called, though. So his timetable doesn't add up. Miss Connie? No? Sir? Mr. Michaels, are you alright?
Horrible. Terrible. She's the greatest girl. Who the hell could have done this vicious thing?
We're working on finding out.
Yeah.
You can help by answering a few questions.
Of course. Anything.
Were you at her apartment last night?
Yes. Like I said, I left for the casino around 8:45 p.m. and before that I was home. Sleep most of the day. Well, you know all about working night shift.
I actually do. Did the two of you have an argument?
Did we? Well, yes, I suppose we did. Connie's been after me since we first moved in together to, well, tie the knot. Not exactly hard in this town, right? But I want us to be set financially before we do. Have enough for our own
Understandable.
home and a real marriage.
Understandable. So you were aware that she is pregnant?
Of course I was. And that's another bone of contention. Here she is, preggers, and I'm saying, wait till we're ready. But you gotta understand, I work around wealth, constantly surrounded by it, and then come home to a ratty little apartment. I deserve better. Connie deserves better. We deserve better.
Do either of you own a gun?
Gun? Hell no, that's not our style. Not mine, and certainly not Connie's.
We found a bullet in your wall. Was it there before?
Bullet in the wall? My God, what happened in our place anyway? If there was a bullet hole in a wall in there, I never saw it. Was it painted over or something from some other tenant?
Know anyone who'd want to do this to Connie?
It must be some random thing. Some druggie who broke in looking for money, because Connie is a sweetheart. Making friends comes easy to her. That's why she's so good at her job.
Does Connie know an Eve?
Eve? No, that doesn't ring a bell. I know all of her girlfriends, I think, and there's no Eve. Of course, she meets tons of people at work, so...
Probably Sarah again.
So,
Remember that Eve on the cell phone?
Yeah.
Well, this Eve's no girl. Shorthand for Everett. As in Everett Brower, the Texas Energy King? As in multimillionaire Everett Brower? And guess who's one of the high rollers in town? Sidle out.
okay.
So, Sarah says it's Everett Brower, huh? I remember him. Got big play in the media when he married a foxy young thing who could have been his granddaughter, but wasn't. We can head over whenever you're ready.
Well, hang on. Let's ask him. Does Connie know Everett Brower?
Well, of course she does. He's a regular customer of mine. How has his name come up?
Any reason he'd call her?
I can't think. It strikes me as odd. He's always been fond of Connie and somewhat, well, flirtatious. Harmless, really, but he finally stopped paying so much attention to her.
Out of respect to you?
No, out of respect to his new wife, Nicole. She didn't appreciate her husband paying attention to an attractive waitress, and who can blame her?
One more thing. Can we take a DNA sample to exclude you?
No problem. Whatever it takes to get this creep.
Well, that was easy. Okay, before we go to the bustling luxury suite, let's go to the lab. I want to see if I can rule out Mr. Michaels here.
Hey guys.
What's
I ran a
up?
full background check on the Vic. Interested?
You bet.
Sure.
Lived in Vegas most of her life. Cocktail waitress for several years now. Top on her line, premium shifts, high roller venues.
So what's the
Which opens
downside?
doors on all kinds of suspects. Any criminal record?
One shoplifting offense when she was 16, but
Really?
ever since, she's been clean. Made a mistake early on. Straightened out, it seems.
No surprise, one felony in the casino can't hire you. Thanks, Sarah.
Well, that's less than helpful. Alright. Let's see. Blood drops in the apartment. Shane. Oh, Shane, Shane, Shane. You've lied to us, Shane.
So, it was Shane who left us that trail of blood.
Okay, but hang on, let's see. Blood from phone. Not his blood on the phone. Not his blood on the bed.
Try to match these.
Yeah, known samples. Okay. Well, before we go to the luxury suite, I want to bring in Mr. Michaels, because he lied to us. Hey, Brass. Can I get a warrant to speak to Shane Michaels?
He's on his way to interrogation now.
Mr. Shane Michaels, you lied to me, sir. You lied to me. Why don't you tell us again what happened last night?
Nothing to tell. I told you all of it.
What was the argument about?
Same as always. Pressure on me to marry her, make an honest woman of her. I keep telling her, when I carry her across the threshold, it'll be a real one, not some cheap apartment.
I never understood that saying. You're not telling us everything.
Sure I am. My God, don't you people get it? I want to find this sick bastard more than you do.
We've got a trail of your blood leading out of the apartment.
Trail of... Oh. Oh my God. I can see how bad this looks, but honest. Hell, it really did slip my mind. I was storming out of there, all pissed off, and must have scraped my damn elbow on something. Didn't notice it was bleeding till I was out in the car.
You're right. It does look bad.
Yeah. Do you always leave for work at 8:45?
Yeah, gives me plenty of time. And with us arguing, I was glad for the excuse.
So why did you show up late for work?
Casino manager says you showed up 20 minutes late for your shift. What happened to having plenty of time?
I already told you, I had a bloody elbow. I stopped at a drugstore and bought some bandages and went out to the car and cleaned up, wrapped it up. And frankly, I used the time to cool down. I have to be presentable in my job. The customers I deal with are important people.
That kind of makes sense.
Or did you argue with Connie and things got out of hand? So you got some clothing from the car, came back, and stabbed her.
Well, we can't throw around accusations
Then
like that
it took
already.
a while to get cleaned up afterwards. So you were late for your shift.
You think I would try to kill Connie? The woman I'm gonna marry?
Well,
Then you're sick. As sick as the son of a bitch responsible for this tragedy.
easy now. Yep.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything. Got some good news.
What's up?
Connie pulled through. Nurses say she's recovering well, eating and talking. Might want to head down to the hospital before visiting hours are up.
Got it.
I don't have anything else for you.
Well, that's fine. Connie might. Wait, Connie could just tell us, couldn't she? Couldn't she just tell us who did it? Miss Connie. We're with the Las Vegas Crime Lab. Are you feeling well enough to talk?
Yes, thank you. I feel a little out of it. I'll try.
We're here to help. Can you tell us what happened?
It's kind of a blur, but I remember Shane and me. We had a bad fight. Argument, I mean. And he ran out, really angry with me. I started crying and must have flopped on the bed, fell asleep. Next thing I know, somebody in black is hovering over me like I'm having a nightmare. Only I'm awake. And he has a knife, and it's slashing and cutting, and it hurts, but I fight back, and then he runs out.
You say it was a man. Can you be sure?
Not really. Covered head to toe in a black stocking mask and sweatshirt, I guess, and pants. But it must have been Everett.
Why do you say that?
It's just a feeling I have, an impression. But beyond that, he knows we keep a spare key outside. He was kind enough to drive me home once when I was sick. I had forgotten my keys at the casino, and he saw me use the spare. Of course, I didn't think anything of it. Never mind. This is crazy. I shouldn't have said anything.
No, you said it now. Okay, warrant. Was there a gun involved in the attack?
Neighbors heard a gunshot, which we've confirmed by a bullet lodged in the wall of your apartment. We didn't find a gun, though. Do you have one?
Actually, yes.
Oh.
Shane doesn't know about it. He doesn't approve of firearms. But sometimes I'm alone in that apartment, hours at a time, and you can see needing protection is no joke. Anyway, I went for the gun in my nightstand drawer after I pushed the attacker away. I fired at the figure. Don't know if I got him or not.
Where's the gun now?
I don't have a license for it, and Shane's against them, like I said. I was panicked and calling for an ambulance, so much going on. I'm not sure. I think I stuck it behind the nightstand.
Can we take a sample of your DNA for comparisons?
We need to compare it against blood found at the scene.
By all means.
Sweet. Can we take a photo of your wounds?
By all means.
Oh. 5. I don't really want to do that. Thank you. That's not weird at all. Can you remember anything about the weapon that was used?
A knife. Maybe 6 or 7 inch blade.
How do you know that?
With straight edges. Couldn't see the handle, the color.
Okay.
Fortunately, the knife entered at a perpendicular angle, causing the ribs to stop further penetration,
Well, that's good.
preventing damage to vital organs such as the heart and lungs.
That's good.
That's how you were able to survive.
Mind if we look at your clothes and personal items?
We're looking for potential trace evidence from your assailant. Blood, fibers, anything.
Please.
Anything else you can think of?
Nothing. Sorry, everything is a little fuzzy. So much happening.
You've been a big help. We'll check back. In the meantime, if you think of anything else, such as why you think Everett may have been the attacker, please send for us.
Alright. What's with the letter?
That's the CVS test I got back the other day. It's a boy.
Congratulations.
Pardon me for asking. That's a risky, expensive procedure.
Well, casino benefits include full medical. I just hope the little guy hangs in there. I thank God he survived the attack.
Yeah. I can't pick anything else. Fibers from Connie's dress. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Real quick, I want to head back to the apartment. But it says I'm done with the apartment. I want to head back to the apartment and see if I can get that gun. But it says I've gotten all the evidence.
Connie said the gun was in the bedroom behind the nightstand. Let's take a look.
Yeah, but you see, the issue is I got the green check mark.
Actually, I'm not surprised. What would have surprised me is if we missed a gun on our initial processing pass.
Exactly. Okay. Let's go to the luxury suite. Let's talk to the guy calmly first, and then if something doesn't stick, we'll bring him in.
Mr. Brower? Catherine Willows with the Las Vegas Crime Lab. Thank you for seeing us. My partner and I have a few questions for you.
I'm always anxious to lend support to law enforcement. If you doubt me, just ask your sheriff about my contributions to his campaign.
That has nothing
This
to
is
do
my
with
lovely wife, Nicole. But you've probably seen her on television and in the tabloid.
Whatever.
The wife did it.
Now, just how can
Calling
I
it
be
now.
of assistance?
Calling it now. The wife did it. Do you know Connie Roth?
Certainly I know her. Her significant other, Shane, is our host here at the casino, and Connie works as a waitress. Very efficient, pleasant girl.
Her phone records show you called her last night.
You called her? He was probably calling for Shane. My loving husband knows that if he went around ringing up sluts like Connie Roth, I'd suffocate him in his sleep.
Darling,
Excuse me.
please. She's a jealous little thing. You'll have to forgive her.
Lucky
No.
for you, Nicole, that Connie wasn't suffocated last night. But she was stabbed.
Stabbed?
That's right.
Listen, that was BS before. I don't love the woman, but I would never stoop to violence.
I don't believe you. About that phone call.
Excuse me, I'm more than willing to cooperate, but I must ask, why have you come here? Do you consider me a suspect? Because if that's the case, I really would prefer legal representation to be present.
These are routine questions.
Is it normal to fraternize with casino employees?
Well, now, fraternizing is an unpleasant word with unpleasant connotations. Now, my wife is correct. I was calling for Shane, who is my official liaison with the casino. I have both their cell numbers, and Connie's reception is superior to his. All very innocent, Miss Willows.
What was so urgent you had to call before your shift?
Nothing earth-shaking. I wanted to request Shane send out for a rather exotic brand of bourbon that I've been wanting to sample. He does all varieties of tiny little courtesies for me of that nature.
Mind if we take a look around?
Now, I'm sure you'll consider me a hypocrite, but my corporation does have its limits. I believe heartily in the privacy of the individual citizen. And if you want to search my premises, you'll need a reason that doesn't just convince me, but a judge.
Well, considering we have our victim naming you, what happened to your hand?
This? Just a little cut from a glass I broke. Taking some medicine. Clumsy of me, but honestly, for all the money we spend at this place, you might think they provide decent glassware.
Do you know Connie also?
Listen, when I called her a slut before, I was just talking. When we first came here, after our honeymoon, I was jealous of the attention Everett paid Connie. I mean, he knew her before he knew me.
Mm-hmm.
Since I made my displeasure known, Everett's made a point of not flirting with her. And Connie's been fine. Very friendly, but just businesslike with my husband. She and I are, what's the word? Cordial. What happened to her anyway?
We told
She
you.
all right?
She's in critical condition.
I certainly don't wish her ill. And I really do hope you find the person responsible. I'll make sure Everett sends flowers.
How well do you know Shane?
As well as you ever know the help. He's very attentive to Everett's needs,
Oh.
and mine for that matter. Whatever you ask of him, he does with a smile.
Madam, can we take a DNA sample to exclude you?
You know, I really wouldn't mind personally, but my husband has a thing about privacy. He hates it that I'm in the media all the time. Anyway, no DNA without a warrant. Sorry.
That's fine. Oh, brass! We have a request! Can you request security photos of the suspect at the casino?
I'll see what I can do. Check back.
Okay. Can I also get a warrant to to search Everett's apartment?
You got enough evidence for a search. I'll hit up a judge.
Okay. Let's see. Go to the hospital. See if Miss Connie remembers anything. Because I sure as heck don't know what else to do. Miss Connie. We couldn't find the gun. Are you sure you hit it?
I should have told you this before, but I remembered wrong. I wasn't trying to deceive you. When I checked my purse earlier, the gun was inside. I must have stuffed it in there when I was all traumatized and bleeding. And the ambulance guys brought the purse along. I'm really sorry.
That's fine. We just need this. Let's see. Okay. So what happened with it at the scene?
I do remember that clearly. After I was attacked, I managed to get off a shot as the guy was leaving. I couldn't see if I hit him or not. Then the attacker was gone and I just couldn't take pursuit.
Okay. Well, that's all for that. Let's go to the lab. Oh, then we're gonna have to tell Shane she has a gun. Alright. Video, evidence.
I didn't bring this up with Connie, not at this stage of her recovery. But look at this. Take a
What's
look
up?
at these stab wounds. The direction of entry is upward against the rib cage. Could be self-inflicted, but why would she do that? Suicide attempt?
Maybe, but why a knife? That's just bad all around. Fiber from bed sheet. Okay.
Nice work. Let's fire off a round in the ballistics lab.
Yeah. Don't know what the heck that is. Bullet from Connie's gun. Okay. Well, let's compare it now. Bullet from wall.
Okay,
There we go.
that's one question answered. Let's move on.
Okay. Let's see. Blood from phone, blood from bed. Connie. Blood from bed, obviously gonna be Connie's. Okay. And then blood from phone, also Connie's.
Well, no big shock here. Connie's blood links her to the crime scene,
Yeah.
but nobody else's blood except Shane's has turned up. If Shane's not the attacker, the real assailant slashed and flashed that blade without getting a scratch.
Unless they did so. Unless they did so.
Nope.
No. Unless they did so with only getting the
Hey,
hand.
what's up?
Can we talk to Shane again?
He's on his way to interrogation now.
Sweet. Hi, Shane. What's your relationship with Nicole?
She's a real piece of work, Nicole. Loves to lord it over the little people, since she used to be one herself, I guess. Anyway, I just do whatever she asks of me, short of illegal. I either keep the customers satisfied, or I'm out on the street. A couple of difficult patrons complained about me. I call it unfair, but a host can be replaced. High rollers are at a premium.
Fair enough.
I don't have anything else for you.
Okay. Brass? Brass, how are we going on that warrant? Evidence, documents, case file. I can't think of anything else. Unless we go to the luxury suite again. I'm trying to think. We've got a warrant to search your hotel room.
This is the thanks I get for cooperating with you people. And after the support I lent your sheriff, what in heaven's name could you be looking for here?
I'm sure the
Evidence.
sheriff is grateful for your good citizenship, Everett. We're looking for fibers, weapons, blood, and a sample of your DNA.
Yeah.
This is outrageous. I really should contact my attorney. But goddammit, let's get on with it.
All right, thank you. You as
I
well,
don't have
madam.
anything else to say to you people.
You.
I have nothing else to...
Yeah. All right.
We don't have permission for this.
Yes, we do.
Yet.
We most certainly do. Hello.
Let's test the blood first.
Oh wait, it was a straight edge knife, so this won't work.
I'll use the hemotrace kit to ID this blood. Pink for animal, blue for human.
That's very blue.
Pink,
Pink.
definitely animal blood.
Darn.
Maybe I should have told you. I like my prime rib very, very rare.
Why? Why? It just seems wrong to me. Hello.
Man's handkerchief, ready
With a
for mending.
hole.
Somehow Nicole doesn't strike me as the seamstress type.
Nope. And that looks very much like a bullet hole.
I'm thinking a mouse didn't make a hole in that hanky. Let's check it out.
I'm thinking the same thing. Hello, a button. Why would I play the piano?
Nice work.
Thank you. At least it's in tune. Thoroughness. Ooh. Potted plant? Why can I look over here? Black clothing.
Black wool overcoat. Too small for Everett, but... Nicole? Don't see any blood, but this garment might shed fibers all right.
And a gun. How interesting.
.357 Magnum. One round fired, apparently. It's not uncommon to fire 38 rounds from these, since they're cheaper. Look here. They're 38s, all right.
Fascinating. And can we get a fingerprint? Anything else? Hello. I see you. A bug. Okay. Now, Mr. Everett, would you mind explaining why there's a gun?
I don't have anything.
Yeah. What's the story on this gun, Mr. Brown? Or Mr. Brower?
The story is a legal and fully registered one. As for the missing bullet, we stopped in the desert to enjoy the scenery. A rattlesnake was giving my wife the eye and I shot the thing. Law against that?
Not when you miss it.
He went his own way, darling. And you said yourself it was a hell of a rush.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take it as evidence. And I'm missing something. Oh, hello. And I don't have a warrant for those yet. Okay. Back to the lab, I guess. Because now we'll need to shoot a bullet from the revolver.
Nice work. Let's fire off a round in the ballistics lab.
I still want to know what those are. Like the rubber balls? I'm presuming they're rubber. Could be plastic, I don't know. Alright, let's see. Wall.
They are both 38 rounds, but the striations don't match.
No, they don't. Material from bullet.
The pattern of scorching here, and lack of tearing, more like a cigarette burn than a gunshot.
Okay. Cole's overcoat. That looks like it matches.
This coat fits the crime scene evidence, all right, but it doesn't fit Everett Brower.
No, it doesn't. Okay, what other evidence? Oh, wait a minute. Comparison. C.S.I. samples. Let's see if we get a hit on anything. No sample match. And we got nothing else on him. Got no other evidence. Okay. Nope, not evidence. Let me go talk to Brass. Brass, we need to bring in Mr. Brower. Or not Mr. Brower, Mr. Brower's wife, Nicole.
She's on her way to interrogation now.
Sweet. This might be the fastest case I do. Because we're at, what, 48 minutes? We found fibers from your coat on the victim's bed.
Really? Now that's impossible. Oh, that's right. That cold snap last week, I loaned Connie that coat, and she gave it back to me the next day.
Maybe you took it back by force.
Yeah.
That's right. She didn't return my jacket, and I tracked her down and killed her over it. Why do you waste your time, and worse, mine, on such stupidity? I don't even know where she lived.
So why would you lend her your jacket?
Good friends, are you?
I told you we were cordial. She'd done favors for me. And my husband, of course. Surely you remember how cold it was last week. Wednesday, wasn't it? She was underdressed, and I helped her out. No good deed goes unpunished.
That's right. Why don't you tell us where you were the night of the attack?
Helping out at the homeless shelter? No, wait. Shopping.
That sounds right.
At the mall. Check it out if you don't believe me.
Oh, I believe you were shopping. But we may check up on that date, in case you're confused.
Yep.
Hey, just got a call from the hospital. Terrible night for Connie. She lost her baby to miscarriage. She's in stable condition now, but it's obviously a tough loss. Might want to check up with her when you can.
Right.
I don't have anything else.
I don't like you. I don't like you at all. I have nothing else to say on that subject. We understand you suffered a terrible loss.
My baby boy, my little son. We've lost him.
You have our sincere condolences.
I I appreciate that, and I appreciate how you're trying to help. I only wish I'd defended myself better. That the bastard who killed my baby was dead instead.
Understandable. We found fibers from Nicole's clothes on your bed.
She says she loaned you a black coat. Is that true?
Yes. Yes, it may have been tossed on the bed at some point. She was just pretending to be nice, you know.
Shocking.
At heart, she's a snobby bitch. But she wanted her precious husband to think she was making an effort to get along with me.
Has she ever been to your place?
Are you kidding?
Is there a report from the doctor we could look at?
Yes. Actually, it's right here.
Looks like the hospital lab did a few tests. Determined the cause was blood loss. I'm so sorry.
Blood loss?
Yes. My poor baby boy.
Oh, that's weird to look at.
I don't have any...
Okay. Huh. I'm trying to think what else. We could bring Shane back in. DNA report. Wait a minute. Yep.
For as many curves as I've been thrown over the years, this one I did not see coming.
I saw it coming.
Did anybody guess Everett Brower was the father of Connie's kid?
Yep.
Well, I sure didn't. But everybody in this case is guilty of a motive, at least.
That's
If
true.
Everett was cheating on Nicole, he could have tried to kill Connie before his paternity and their relationship got out.
And if Nicole found out her husband was cheating, and the new woman in his life had a bun in the oven, well...
Either way, Shane's still smack in the middle. His girlfriend's pregnant with another man's child. And with Everett's money, think of the blackmail possibilities. Let's talk to the suspects again before reviewing the evidence.
No, I would prefer to review all the evidence. Okay, what other thing do we have? We have this that I still don't know. Alright. Brass,
Hey, what's up?
I unfortunately need to talk to Shane again.
He's on his way to interrogation now.
I have to break the news to this poor guy. I'll be right with you, Shane. I want to finish coloring in this little bit in my notebook. Because I really don't want to have this conversation with you. And I really don't want to be in this room with you when you find out. The child Connie lost was Everett Brower's, Mr. Michaels.
Connie? Have an affair with that wrinkled old son of a bitch?
I
Are
agree.
you people out of your minds? I don't have anything else for you.
Okay, well. See, I would agree if we didn't have blood. Can I talk to a suspect again?
She's on her way to interrogation now.
Sweet. When do we get to interrogate Everett Brower? What's up? What do you know about Connie's pregnancy?
Pregnancy? Why would I know about that? You have a mistaken idea about her and Shane and Everett and me. They're just employees at a casino.
Is that
I
right?
wouldn't exactly be invited to a baby shower.
Nicole? Connie was pregnant with Everett's child.
I didn't hear that right. What are you saying? Everett and Connie?
Yep.
That doesn't even make any sense. That's not even a bad joke.
Because it's not a joke. Fortunately, it's not a joke.
Why, that bastard. That lecherous old... I'll kill him. I swear, I will kill him.
Do you now? That's
I don't have
fascinating.
anything else.
That's very fascinating. Oh, Mr. Brower, you might need protective services. Mr. Brower, we're aware that Connie was carrying your child.
Well, yes, I admit that, but surely you understand the privacy issues. And did you say was?
Yeah. Sorry to bring this bad news, Mr. Brower. Connie had miscarried.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. My son. My poor, poor baby son.
How'd you know?
Oh, my God, and that poor girl. This is horrible. Terrible. Does this mean we're dealing with attempted murder?
I'm afraid not. At least not according to the law. The unborn child would need to be at least 20 weeks in gestation, or 400 grams weight to add another felony count, and your son was under on both.
Mm-hmm. What exactly is your relationship with Connie?
The relationship, and you must believe this, you must understand this, is strictly one of business.
I don't believe you.
She is a responsible, intelligent young woman, and I approached her to be the surrogate mother for my son by artificial insemination. She signed a non-disclosure agreement, although she would eventually tell Shane, of course. An unfortunate byproduct of this arrangement is Shane's belief that the child is his. But the child was to be, turned over to me and Nicole.
And what would Connie get in exchange?
The financial rewards for Miss Roth are considerable. $1 million. Half upon successful insemination, half upon delivery of my healthy child.
That doesn't make sense. Why choose Connie?
As I say, she's an intelligent young woman. And I was aware that she and Shane had dreams of a better life. You see, I'm already living on borrowed time. I have a cancer that will kill me within the year. And I want, well, I need a son to carry forward my name and my legacy.
Isn't Nicole pregnant with your heir?
Nicole indeed is pregnant with a girl. Now, I will love that child and provide for that child. But I'm old school. I'm afraid, for me, an heir is male. Not just my blood, but my name continuing on. Connie is a lovely young lady and was willing to help me make my dreams come true. A procedure called PGD, pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, I think it was used to help make certain that she would bear me a male child. It's an expensive procedure, but has a 95% success rate, and money was no object.
I don't know why we're watching this. But it was blood loss. What are Nicole's thoughts on this?
This is a very delicate aspect of this matter, and I really beg your discretion, please. Nicole does not know. You see, she's pregnant herself with my daughter, and I intended to tell her much later. I was planning to take her away to Paris and explain the situation carefully, you know what I'm saying? And with great respect for her situation. I was confident that she would see the benefits of raising both kids.
I highly doubt that with the way she acts, sir. How can you be sure Nicole doesn't know already?
Had Nicole somehow discovered my plans, I can assure you I would have been the first to know. She almost certainly would have confronted me with her displeasure. But my need for an heir overrides any such concern.
I don't
our
believe that.
concern is finding the brutal attacker who did this. And your wife is still a suspect.
Prime suspect for me. Alrighty. Well.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I need to talk to Nicole again.
She's on her way to interrogation now.
Nicole? Hi. Everett paid for Connie's artificial insemination.
Well, his desperation to have a male heir has no boundaries, I'll give you that. But he has always been a lecherous old hound, long as I've known him, in need of a short leash. His idea of artificial insemination is not using a condom.
He claims it's not the result of an affair. that this was an artificial insemination involving a special procedure guaranteeing the child's sex, would be male.
I guess that makes a sad, sick kind of sense. He's so goddamn desperate for a son. What is this, 1860? Our daughter, my daughter, will be as good as any boy. And we could try again, couldn't we?
In theory.
But he couldn't wait, could he? Selfish, old, greedy, controlling son of a bitch that he is.
Thank you for that. Hang on. Do you have anything else to say?
I don't have any...
Okay. Brass, we need to talk to Shane again. Because, for whatever reason, he believes the child is his.
He's on his way to interrogation now.
Also, I don't know why I'm holding my controller like this. Hello, Shane.
I don't have anything else.
Well, that's just fine. Do we have any more evidence? None. None whatsoever. Okay. Unless we can go back to the hospital. Hello, Connie. You didn't mention the baby was Everett Brower's.
I'm sorry, but I signed a contract of confidentiality, even in the event of a miscarriage. I have certain financial benefits from Everett that would be negated if I revealed.
Well, we're the we're the police. Did you tell Shane at least?
You need to understand that I would have told Shane. I would have told him much, much later on, in the final weeks. Told him I was doing it for him.
So, you were having another man's baby for Shane.
Shane is the one obsessed with money, not me. We've been together forever, and yet he still won't take the leap, as they say. Not until we are financially independent. Well, I found a way to get us $1 million, and we would have a long, happy life together with our own healthy babies.
Do you still feel Everett made the attack?
I can't be sure. But I had this feeling he'd changed his mind, that he'd panicked. Nicole is an awful person, and if she found out, or if Everett was even afraid she'd found out, yes, he might have attacked me.
We know two things for sure.
Oh.
Someone attacked you, and we're going to find that someone.
Yeah. Anything else?
I don't have anything else.
Okay. Let's go talk to Everett again. If we can.
I have nothing else.
Of course you don't. Trying to think. Think. Unless there's something I'm really missing. Oh, hello. Why can I interact with this? This makes no sense. Okay, can I interact with anything else? No. Okay. Brass? Can we do anything with you? No. Okay. I don't know. Still don't have a match on the material. So we have no samples.
Nope, these don't match.
Okay. No.
Nope.
Okay. Then what am I supposed to be looking for? So I got nothing. The only thing I can really think of is doing a once over in the suite. Or a once more over in the suite. But I don't know what I could be missing. Wait, did we already do the blood for that? Blood from steak knife. Okay. Can we... Oh. Really? Okay.
I have nothing.
Yeah, nothing else to say to us. There's a fly in here. Away, fly! Can I...
We don't have permission for this. Yet.
To play the piano? Okay. I can't think... Bug. Okay. Thought I could get the bug. Okay. Can I not collect anything? Okay, I'm at a loss. Do I have to bring in a person?
Hey, what's up?
Let's talk to Nicole again.
She's on her way to interrogation now.
I'm gonna have to go through people. Again. Because that'll be fun. Hi.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, let's talk to Shane. And then...
He's on his way to interrogation now.
Thank you. Then if we don't get anything from Shane, I don't know. Oh! Connie wasn't having an affair, Mr. Michaels.
Mr. Brower and Connie both confirmed that the child was conceived through artificial insemination, and a procedure to assure the child would be male and provide Mr. Brower with an heir.
I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Maybe it was an affair. Maybe you should see this photo I found. It rubbed me the wrong way, and I ripped the thing up, but I just couldn't throw it away either. You'll have to excuse me. I have a lot to sort out.
Understandable. And now I need to go back to the lab. So I can put the pieces together. Because, you know, I love puzzles.
Hey guys,
What's up?
Brass came through on those security cam photos. I brought them for you to take a look at.
Great.
Sweet.
We've just finished interviewing everybody again.
New information, including probably some new lies. We need to sort the truth from the chaff.
With Everett admitting to a formal agreement with Connie, we've got a potential paper trail. Let's start sniffing.
Indubitably.
Time on the tape shows Nicole getting back shortly after the attack. carrying a shopping bag. I didn't see that bag in the search, did you?
No.
And look how she's holding it. Under her arm.
That's suspicious. That's very suspicious. Oh, my. Okay. How do I rotate? Okay. Nope. Rotate. Okay. Oh wait, this will be the floor. Okay, and you... That looks like the elevator. Ah. Okay, bring you over there. Clip. Okay. I would put this there. Beautiful. Oop. There we go. Also put you there. Let's see, you there. So we're missing. Oh, no, we're not. Okay. And flip. And flip. Flip. And then a flip. Yeah, that looks very cordial.
That luxury suite is off limits for a cocktail waitress like Connie. And I'm wondering just how artificial that insemination really was.
Well, one way to find out. Why is there a jar? Alright, well, let's take a look at the footage real quick. Evidence. Oh. Do we have any other evidence? No, not trace. Documents? No. And nothing. Okay. Oh, hang on. Oh, brass word. We need a warrant. I don't know what for, but we need a warrant. Can I get a warrant? Oh, to bring Everett Brower in? Oh. Computer and papers.
You got enough evidence for a search. I'll hit up a judge.
Well, thank you. Oh, Mr. Brower, you're not going to be too happy about this. Also, this hoodie's getting a little warm. But it'll be fine. Hi, Mr. Brower.
I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I bet you don't. Luckily, your computer will.
These are serious medications. Everett's story about his terminal condition appears to be true.
Assuming that's what they're actually for.
Connie had a one-way ticket to paradise. And Everett hired someone to find out just such tidbits about her. Was he paranoid she'd keep the cash and the kid?
Printed email. Hello, what's this?
Marriage contract. Standard prenup with a wealthy type like Everett. But this is unusual. Nicole agrees to do whatever it takes to bear him a son, including abort a female child.
Fascinating.
That's a nasty add-on to Dearly Beloved.
Well, but she didn't. Can we just take the whole thing? Oh, flash drive.
Encrypted document. Let's check it out.
Okay. Anything else we can do with this? No? Okay. Location. Ooh. Oh, Mr. Everett. We would like to speak with you.
I have nothing.
Fine. To the lab. What else could I be missing from that apartment? Evidence. Analyze.
That sure puts the $1 million in $1 million baby.
Yeah.
Big dough for a surrogate mom. She's already got half down. Maybe Connie decided she'd rather have $500,000 and her child than a whole mill and no kid. So Connie gets half of her $1 million mother load, and Everett hires a PI to keep an eye on his investment. Maybe old Everett was paranoid. Connie'd skip with the cash and the precious cargo in her tummy.
Huh. It is a fascinating thought. Hang on. Let's talk to Nicole again.
What's up? She's on her way to interrogation now.
Oh, good. Let's talk to Nicole, see what she has to say about this lovely little bit of paperwork that we found. How do you explain this photo of you in the elevator?
I told you already. I said I was out shopping.
Do you have any proof?
The lady at the shop will vouch for me. The outfit is in dry cleaning. I never wear things unless they've been properly cleaned. I have delicate skin, as you can probably see. Maid service took the bag and receipt.
Okay. Brass, we'd like a warrant, if you please.
He's on his way to interrogation now.
Well, thank you. Hello, sir. How do you explain this picture of you and Connie embracing?
I hardly think an explanation is called for. I mean, look at it. That's a picture of two people sharing a happy moment.
Why was this such a happy moment?
Well, Miss Roth had just confirmed that she was indeed having a boy. There was a 5% chance otherwise, as I explained, but she had just received a check for $500,000. I think we both had a right to be smiling.
But then you found out she was leaving town.
Leaving town? Now you've lost me.
You had just paid her $500,000, and now she was booking with your baby, not to mention money. You went from handing out mental cigars to rage at being double-crossed. Desperate, you grabbed a knife at the casino, rushed to her apartment, and tried to get rid of her and the evidence she was carrying inside her.
You're the one who sounds desperate, Miss Willows. Flinging accusations without thought or care. I don't need to justify hiring someone to protect my investment, and I certainly don't need to build a case against killing the woman who was carrying my son. You'd have me killing my son. It's insulting. It's absurd.
Maybe she used the male pregnancy to extort more money from you.
If she asked for more money, she'd have got it. It's that simple. But she's no blackmailer. Do you think I would pick less than sturdy, trustworthy stock to carry my child? You know what? I've suffered all the indignities from you people that I can abide. searching my hotel room, harassing my wife, exposing my secrets. I may be a dying man, Miss Willows, but I'm not without my resources. I suggest you find the real killer or suffer the consequences.
One more thing. Does your wife always dry clean clothes she buys?
God, and now this nonsense? All right, Nicole dry cleans damn near everything. She's a cleanliness freak, obsessive about it. Even the night of that awful attack, she made dry cleaning a priority. I can give you the name of the service if you want another wrong tree to bark up.
Sure.
I'll track down the dry cleaner in question. Let's also check the luxury suite to see if it's been dropped off already.
Right. How much you want to bet it's going to be in that room on that hangar thing?
Cleaning service said they just made a delivery. Hotel housekeeping confirmed they brought it to the room. Brass cleared us to take what we find based on our original warrant. Should be around here somewhere.
Willing to bet I know where it is. Excuse me a moment. Yep. Ooh, and
Well,
something
according to the
else.
cleaners, this is everything Nicole dropped off to them. Pity we got to it after the drying service had their way with it.
But there's a USB.
Time for a closer look.
But there's a USB. I'll be taking that.
This USB card must have been left in the pocket. Good thing Nicole picked a thorough cleaning service.
Indeed. And that's fascinating. How much you want to bet?
Rip's been mended. Possible fiber evidence. And we can test for blood stains.
Can we? Ooh. I don't think we can test for blood stains. Yes, we can.
Try again with something similar.
Okay. And it's blue.
Unusual reaction. Diluted blood from Connie, maybe?
One way to find out. Let's go back to the lab. This is turning out to be the quickest case I've done. I think, anyway. Alright. Let's start with this. How much you want to bet? Ooh.
That puts this blouse at the crime scene at the time of the attack.
Yeah.
And somehow, I can't picture Everett in it.
Neither can I. Alright. What's on this USB drive, though?
Okay. If Nicole was carrying this photo, she likely suspected an affair between her husband and Connie for some time. And she could have known Connie was expecting by chatting up Shane. Nicole must be in solid with the casino security to have that photo at all. And I wonder if she's how it wound up in Shane's hands.
It's a possibility. But first, gotta make sure. Dude. Hang on, do we not have that? Yeah, luminol reaction from blouse. Oh, it has to go here first. Analyze. Inconclusive for DNA. And now do we have something for DNA? No. Do we have any evidence that we haven't done? Nope. Alright, let's go to brass. Let's get our warrant. Hi, Brass. How you doing? Can I get a warrant to arrest Nicole Watt?
She's on her way to interrogation now.
Sweet. Hi, Nicole. Unfortunately, you're under arrest. We know you attempted to kill Connie.
And why would I want to kill a non-entity like her?
Because you thought she was having an affair with your husband. And she was pregnant with his child. Shane probably told you Connie was having a boy, and you knew how much that meant to your husband.
I didn't care about Connie. She wasn't worth killing. It was the bastard that she was carrying. He was the threat. Understand? I knew Everett had been meeting with her, talking with her. You could tell they were sharing some secret. So I got in good with the security guys and asked them to watch for Everett and that bitch together. Get me some photos if possible. And they got me that juicy one. I guess I jumped to the wrong conclusion, but I was right that Everett was betraying me. What difference does it make whether he impregnated her or some needle? I was bearing his child, but our daughter wasn't good enough for him. He had to have a son, even if it was with some lowlife. I had to protect my little girl and myself. I found out where she lived. Waited outside for Shane to leave for work, and got in using the spare key. I started in on Connie, on her baby. Stabbed 4 or 5 times, but the blade wouldn't go through. And she woke up, screaming and clawing and fighting. I freaked out and ran off, but before I got out there, I heard a loud bang, a shot, and the faintest tug on my clothes. So I took the clothes to the dry cleaners. They were dirty. And Everett? We're just friends who made a business arrangement, period. You understand, don't you? Pregnant with his child. And he's betraying us both. He has a few good years left. We could have tried again. I could have had that stupid special procedure to have his precious boy.
He doesn't have a year, Nicole.
No.
With his time running out, he panicked too. Do you know what he really intended to do? To adopt that child and raise the boy as your daughter's brother. He'd have told you when he felt the time was right. Well, you and he will have a child. Only it'll be born not in some European clinic, but within prison walls.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, that was an interesting case.
This isn't a case of rich and poor. It's a case of poor communication. Nicole had it all. A rich husband planning to leave her and their daughter a fortune. Connie and Shane had everything too. They loved each other, and even their financial dreams could have come true if she'd shared with Shane the secret of her sudden pregnancy. Broke or flush, couples have to communicate, or it all breaks down. Pleasure
true.
working with you on this one. You can get your evaluation from Grissom in his office.
Okay. I should be good, because I think I got all the evidence, and I didn't use any hints. I think that's right. What's up?
All right, here's your evaluation. For evidence, you found everything there was to find. For hints, you didn't need any at all. And at the end of the day, you followed the evidence to a clear conclusion. Can't argue with that. Not bad. You've earned a solid middle ranking. A couple of clear areas to improve for next. And by the way, thank you for all the new specimens you found for my collection.
You're welcome. Bonus item awarded. Can be viewed from the options menu. Okay. Case 2, Double Down. Excuse me, I was looking at that. Oh well. So, what did we get with the bonus material? It kicks us back to the main menu, right? Or does it take us to the next case? I forget. Saving content. Please don't turn off the console. Shock rock? Oh, that... Okay, quit to the main menu. I want to see what this bonus stuff is. Credits? No, that's that. Okay. Load game. Okay. Hint. Questions asked. Okay, I think it has to be... Oh, view stats and bonus item. Okay, what's the bonus item? My dang squeaky chair. What's this? Complete case 1 to unlock this bonus item. Oh.
In the new C.S.I.
Nope.
In the news.
No. Case 3, 4, and 5. Collect all insects from case 1, case 2, case 3. With a master ranking to unlock. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Oh, hello. Oh, and I get to look at the bugs. Ew. Ew. Disturbing. Ew. Alright, well, I'm going to leave this one here. So thank you guys so much for watching this one. If you liked it, you know what to do. Keep things crazy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.